So when I was 11, 12, maybe even like 13 years old, my parents would take us out to eat a lot more often. We would go to Stonefire, Bubba Shrimp, just tried all sorts of places. But when we sat down and got our menus, would I examine all these new dishes that I've never even seen before, like gumbo or breadsticks. When we got our menus, I wouldn't even read them. I would just scan for chicken tenders. I think the story is funny, like what else is a 12-year-old gonna do? But you wouldn't think that a kid that went from scanning the menu for chicken tenders would go on to, scan labels for fucking high fructose corn syrup. So I just wanted to tell you the story of how my mindset changed for eating this to this. It all started as many great self-improvement stories start in middle school when I was something, I don't know. I've never really been chubby. I've always been the kind of kid that could just down 3,000 calories of soup plantation and not look any different. But instead, I was just super skinny. Of course, I didn't really care about macronutrients or looking muscular or anything. I was fucking 13 and all I cared about was my chicken tenders. That just reminded me of a little story. So, a lot of the time after middle school, maybe every other time my dad picked me up, we would go to Sonic or McDonald's and get a little snack. So a double. And, it was just kind of fun to have a little snack with dad, decompress after school. And, the point of the story and how it relates is that. And along with being skinny, I was also playing Smash Bros. For 15 hours a week. I had 6 hours of daily screen time. And was simping over this one girl. So, something had to change. So towards the end of 8th grade, I started watching self-improvement videos, working out, the whole shebang. And of course those dudes would talk about eating cleaner, protein powder. But really, what got me eating like a psycho is just sort of realizing, probably after I started meditating, realizing how grimy my body feels after eating bad shit. So a couple things I started to do to try to improve what I would eat. So mindset things are, whenever I would eat something, I would just imagine it sort of flowing through my body. Pause. So if I ate chicken tenders, I would just imagine oil and fried crumbs clogging my veins, and that wouldn't be good. But if I had homemade food, I would just imagine everything flowing more actively. That's the word. And the other thing I did, which is gonna need some more context and is much more stupid, is that if you know who Hamza is, that you can love his videos a couple years back. Every single one of them had a Jeffrey versus Adonis intro story where Jeffrey's the virgin, nerd, loser, degenerate, and Adonis is just the goat. So every time I would go out to eat, I would just think would Adonis eat this? And most of the time the answer would be no. So I know it sounds kind of dumb, but it really helped me out. And between 8th to 9th grade, I just made huge progress in sort of everything. Started eating way better, started looking way better, started thinking way better. And even though I was still eating stuff like regular bread, chips sometimes, and I wouldn't be opposed to some fried fish or a chicken sandwich a couple times a month, I just felt a lot more active and looked better. I got way less pimples. So, big win. And what do I think of my actions now? Was I too hard on myself? In hindsight, I wouldn't change anything I did. I don't know. I don't think I was that hard on myself. And if I didn't do those actions back then, I don't even know where I would be now, which is kind of scary. And of course, within the past 2 years, my eating has only gotten better and better. I haven't touched KFC or something in a year. And is that because I'm paranoid? Maybe, but I don't like to think so. I mean, it's just, to me, stuff that isn't, I've gotten to a point where stuff that isn't good for me is literally just stuff I wouldn't want to eat. That's just sort of how I think about food now. If it ain't good for you, don't eat it. But does that mean I only eat fucking tasteless white people food? Have you seen the shit I cook? You can literally see the taste. When I think of if it ain't good, don't eat. If it ain't good, don't eat it. You know, of course, good means like health wise, but you know, your food has also got to taste good, or else like you're not gonna eat it. But it's just that so many people have the perception that, you know, the best tasting food is gonna give you cancer. To me, the food that tastes the best always has the healthiest ingredients. And, you know, I'm not saying that junk food tastes bad. It's literally like designed to taste good. But I don't know, it's just hard for me to enjoy something if I know it's like hurting myself in the end. To me, knowing that just like saps the taste out of any In-N-Out double. So yeah, that's all I got for now. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. And if you want to check out some bomb-ass recipes, you can check out the Discord, which is in the description. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.